All right, meanwhile, there are some breaking inputs which have just come in where it's being said that the United States will let India purchase the Iranian oil without sanctions being imposed from the United States. Now, this is the big breaking development coming in at this hour. Remember, the United States had been threatening India with sanctions once the 4th of November deadline would kick in, and it is now being said that the US government will make an exception in the case of India. The US, it appears, will be making an exception for India and 7 other countries which will be allowed to buy oil from Iran. All right, and our business correspondent Sumit Chaturvedi is joining us live from New Delhi. Good afternoon to you, Sumit. This, of course, is a big development that has just come in where it is being said that the United States will allow India to purchase oil from Iran without sanctions being slapped against it.
Well, yes, that's what reports are saying, that US will allow its allies, major allies, including Japan and South Korea. Also, China and India will get waiver from these sanctions that will come into effect on November 4. Well, there is a big relief coming for India at the time when crude prices are definitely at their very high levels. Though they have been coming down from the last few days, the high prices are there, and that's what going to create problems for India in case the sanctions are not waived off. But now reports are saying US has agreed to do that. This will go in a long term, in a very big way. Analysts are also, however, putting out that this kind of overall, any waiver would be temporary in nature and permanent. It won't be permanent. That's why it could be trouble for India in the coming days as well.
Absolutely, indeed. And considering that this is just a temporary measure that's been announced by the United States, will the United States still press on and put more pressure on Iran for the 2015 nuclear Iranian deal, which the United States under Trump has pulled out of?
Well, definitely, the overall Iranian oil production will come down from 2.5 million barrels per day to 1.5 million barrels per day by the end of this year. That's what is actually spooking the overall world, because in this time, when Saudi Arabia is having a problem, when Venezuela, one of the big oil producers, is having a problem, Russia is always, is playing to some gallery as far as crude is concerned. Iran going out of production, or the Iranian crude is not being available, will be a problem for many countries, including India and China. But China, meanwhile, as we all know, has defied these sanctions. But having this kind of waiver will definitely go in favor of both China and India.
Absolutely, indeed, Sumit. Now, but looking at the long-term impact of this waiver, will it actually help India? Now, the reason why India purchases oil from Iran is because, one, the refineries are fine-tuned to actually produce petrol and diesel out of the Iranian oil, and secondly, also because Iran is more willing to actually purchase or sell the oil by accepting Indian rupee as the denomination.
Well, absolutely. Though overall percentage is not very much, 10 to 15%, but Iran is our close trade ally, and having said that, any deal with Iran was on our terms and conditions only, and that's why we were so keen always to buy more and more crude from Iran. Though there were some hiccups that were coming, but still 10 to 15% is a sizable chunk as far as the crude is concerned. And here, if Iran supply goes out, India will definitely be going to few other countries to buy oil. Remember, 80% of India's oil needs are filled from imported oil only. And in that respect, if 10% goes out, it's definitely going to be a big cause of concern. And definitely, as you said, that refineries are attuned to Iranian crude oil, and they will take few months before they can adjust to other oils.
Absolutely, indeed. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Sumit Chaturvedi, for joining us and getting us all those updates.